A wonderful evening to all. I would like to welcome our program coordinators, Professor Andrew and Professor Vignesh, our distinguished faculty members, Professor Rajesh, Ms. Bharati, Head of BS Operations, and Ms. Kamala, Head of BS Exams and Industry Interaction, film crew, and all students watching this event. I'm Koday, heading the Student Affairs of BS Degree Program. It's a proud moment for us to introduce Breaking Barriers, the IIT Madras story that provides a behind-the-scenes look into the one-of-a-kind hybrid BS degree program in data science and applications by IIT Madras, a revolution in the Indian higher education system. It showcases the vibrant student life and the fierce voices that drove the program's success, highlighting the passion and dedication that define the IIT Madras community. We invite you to join us in celebrating the hard work and dedication put into the making of this film by the entire team. We hope that the film inspires and motivates all of us to continue breaking barriers and achieving great things. So I think let's not delay further and over to screening.
Ma'am, I'm going to be starting streaming right now.
Yes, please go ahead.
This is an idea that's been there for a long time. I think way back in early 2000s, there was a talk of a virtual technical university that could be launched and all that. And then I think NPTEL has been a huge roaring success in terms of reaching out from IIT to many people.
So there was a town hall meeting with all faculty. I remember attending that, and I was very excited to see that IIT is actually being this open-minded about a program which has never been done in the past by any IIT.
There is a big group of interested learners who will benefit from an outreach from an IIT. And it was just a coming together of a critical mass of people with ideas and capabilities and all of that. And as it turns out, that has happened in IIT Madras first.
It's not possible to name a couple of people for this thing, but overall, then director Bhaskar Ramurthy could be one strong force behind this thing. They have been students of this institute themselves, like you see Andrew Thangaraj and others. They have studied here, and their concept of making this type of education available to everybody and anywhere is the most unique part of this concept.
Just to give you the gist, we started planning for the program in September 2019, so which was pre-COVID, and we had no inkling COVID was coming, and so we were planning to launch everything, assuming that students would be there. How do you give them a campus experience, but with them not being on campus? How do you give them association with each other? How do you get them to interact, and so on? So a lot of things went into the planning because we knew that the nature of the program would be where students would not necessarily interact with each other physically a lot. And that was the way we started.
And what we have been able to do is we have been able to identify students who have missed out on an opportunity to learn from an institute like IIT.
Hello everyone, मेरा नाम अंशु है and I am from Bihar but I am working in Hyderabad.
Hi, this is Kritika. I am from Bangalore.
Chennai lenda vara.
Myself Kalpana. I am from Chennai.
I've come from Abu Dhabi.
I am Aditi from Bangalore.
Saurabh Singh from Motihari, Bihar.
My name is Gautam Gala and I am from Bombay.
Everyone, I am Abhishek from Nalanda, Bihar.
I am Shubhai Bhaumik. I am from Calcutta.
Ulucharan from Visakhapatnam,
Haryana.
Tamil Nadu, throughout district of Tamil Nadu.
From Jaipur, Rajasthan.
There has always been this thing that the IIT degree is something very exclusive, and people give a lot of importance to the JEE entrance exam. And I think that's not the way it should be. That doesn't sort of feel right.
As a JEE aspirant, I feel it is a very good opportunity, golden opportunity for all JEE aspirants who have not able to clear JEE Advanced but have access to the IIT Madras through this vital degree.
At a very local level, right, we realize that very good students in this country are not limited to whom we get to meet in IIT.
See, IIT process is to have a very tough entrance exam and then have a very narrow filter to let people in. So here we were not doing that.
It's a different degree. It gives you it has a different curriculum. It has different courses. It has a different goal in life.
We are going to have a large funnel and then slowly filter people who are really hardworking, determined and have the capability to come out with the degrees.
It's more of a pyramid thing. They're a parallel thing. So I guess if something is this different from what we do, then it should have a different separate entrance exam.
Right? The whole idea of teaching over here is that you reach as many people as possible. And then hopefully, without sort of diluting what you are doing over there, you should still be able to challenge the students as part of the course. And once they are able to do it, then why not? Right? I think that's sort of been the goal of a lot of the faculty that I've met over the past few years.
I think this obsession we have that the one exam that you write in your life and the top 20,000 students in that exam are the only people who are going to be great in life. Everybody else is a failure and all that. I think it's that thought has to go.
I think earlier the JEE is kind of a barrier which no one likes. Even those who get through it probably would agree that they would rather have had more fun in their 10th to 12th instead of spending years and years working on cracking one exam. So I think everyone will agree that we should have a better system in place than the JEE.
So we have a lot of people, so there are almost 16,000 plus people in the program, but what we find to be really interesting and exciting for us is a lot of students who never thought IIT was within their reach, or IITs were not in their plans at all, right? So people who even gave up on math or science in their class 10. So we are finding so many students like that. There are students who do not have a formal education after class 12 who are coming into this program and benefiting out of the learning experiences.
If you see there, I had two dreams. One is to study in IIT and second is I wanted to become a data scientist. And I think this particular course He's helping me to achieve my dreams. I'm very excited.
IIT. Proud to be an IIT.
This has been my dream.
See, I think the IIT brand name has a huge credibility, and this program has been sort of very cautious of that and very conscious of that also, and the credibility is maintained.
Right? So a lot of people will come thinking that it's this gives me a stamp of success. I don't have to do anything else beyond that. So that is not that group needs more effective filtering. We have to be sure that they're really capable. But as opposed to people who come in with a passion for data science and studying and all that. So that group is much easier to deal with.
Entering into this degree, you don't need any prerequisite. All you have to do is they will provide you content, 4 weeks of content. You don't need any coaching. You don't need anything. Even if you are poorest of the poor person, then also you don't have to go to any tutor and get knowledge. All you have to do is if you have that level of IQ, you will get into an IIT.
So see, there is nothing about real IITs. This IIT tag is created by students inside IIT and outside IIT. Okay. IIT tag doesn't mean you are successful in life. Those are different times. I have seen IITians failing in life. I have seen non-IITians doing great in life. So that's a myth. You are studying from IIT, a recognized degree you will be getting. That means you are an IITian. You will be part of IITian.
So I would say reach. We are able to reach a vast majority of students which we were otherwise missing out. Secondly, the execution, the IT infrastructure and the design of the program and the sessions, right? The live sessions, I would say, where interactions happen. Doing all that and keeping the rigor intact. I think those are the success factors. Amazingly done.
So being successful in life needs a very well-rounded personality with a lot of other characteristics, and I don't think the one single exam for which you spend lakhs of rupees coaching up people and going and writing. I mean, it does define. I'm not belittling the students of the BTech program by any chance. There are some very good students there. That is also true. I mean, it's okay, but I don't think that shuts the door for anybody else.
Realize that if students are spread out across the country, how do they reach us? How do they get in contact with us? It's not like they can physically walk into our office and then get their issues resolved. And how many phone calls and how many emails can we answer?
You have to pay attention to students, attention to courses, attention to faculty. There's so many small issues that you have to pay attention to.
I think it's actually the drive of the team over here. Right? I mean, they're all very positive and they have a fairly clear idea of why they want to do it.
Everybody here, one thing you would see is every staff involved is passionate about what they are doing. They are doing it with an understanding of the social impact that they are creating through these activities.
And so the team knows a lot about how to run an online program on a massive scale, right? And given that background, I think we at least had that confidence that yes, there is a good chance of this happening.
courses online in college, but I don't think that at this point online courses are helping anyone much.
I think online education has helped me because we can choose like our teachers. अगर आपको एक टीचर पसंद नहीं आया तो आप दूसरे किसी चैनल YouTube पे कोर्स कर there are so many courses.
If we do it with self-discipline, like we can make it through.
Main thing we lack is, see, going to school is not just only about studying what's in the book, okay? It's more of a discipline thing. You learn the discipline over there. You get up early in the morning, you have to be in the school at a certain time. So when you're doing the online thing, you miss that out, you know?
ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन में हम लोग को ट्रैवल करना नहीं पड़ेगा, हम लोग अपने मस्त से घर में बैठ के रिलैक्स होके घर में पढ़ सकते हैं.
Near future might, replace this traditional course of excellent education.
You're not being educated, you're just being certified.
In a offline class, which is the regular mode of interaction on campus, student has an option of asking a question there and then.
From there, of course, I had to make a little bit of a transition to teaching in a room like this, where you don't have interaction with any student and you are just talking to a camera essentially.
I don't think that is a major hurdle.
I managed to get two young fellows to sit in my course. They used to sit here in this very room and they used to ask me questions, and that kind of made, I think, the course a little bit better, I think.
From my perspective, there is no interaction, and that's beautiful. Because just think about it. It's like I started something and occasionally I'm nudging it and it's moving to something brilliant. That's fantastic. That is return on effort.
So there are differences, but in the offline class, if you are stuck somewhere and you want to hear that concept being taught in the classroom again, you don't have a choice. Here you have a choice. You can always go back to the video and watch it again.
So I'm Dipanjan Raut. I'm a student of BS in Data Science and Application from IIT Madras. And besides this, I'm working on my startup projects and I'm working on different hackathon projects and ideas. The parts which we use for every hackathon. So today we basically have a meet where we intend to create some part of our future projects. So these things are part of our daily life, we say. You can see some strange things lined up, but yeah, these are hardcore realities.
Hello.
Hi, Shashwat.
Hi, Ronak.
It's recorded. This guy.
সত্যম কল করে দেবো?
হ্যাঁ,
কি বলছি সত্যম?
আরে আজকে মিট কখন নিতে হবে বলো?
এখন সেটা না,
এখন সেটা নি?
হ্যাঁ,
দাঁড়া জিজ্ঞেস করি।
ও ফুটেজও পেয়ে যাবে। মিটিং হচ্ছে
এক্স্যাক্টলি ওইখানে বসে যাবো। ল্যাপটপে নিচ্ছ?
না, হেডফোন আছে, ফোনেই করে নেবো, চাপ নেই।
কি নিয়ে কাজ করছো তোমরা?
সোলারের উপর একটা প্রজেক্ট করছি। অ্যাকচুয়ালি দে আর ওয়ার্কিং অন মাল্টিপল প্রজেক্টস। ওটা একটা ব্যাপার।
এটা ফর স্টার্টআপ।
হ্যাঁ,
বাকি আছে হ্যাকাথনস এর জন্য আলাদা আছে।
You never know when a hackathon turns into a startup.
No, if you are a student of IIT Madras BS degree, it gives you a lot of opportunities. बोलो आप आधा घंटा बाद? ठीक है, आधा घंटा बाद? हाँ, ठीक है जनाब।
कर लेते हैं आधा घंटा बाद।
So if you keep on participating in these kind of competitions, you get to learn a lot of new things, and that's how you will become successful one day. आपका तो एक खुशखबरी भी है, जो आपका थोड़ा कंपनी का डिटेल्स वगैरह दीजिए। अबू धाबी से आपके लिए कुछ अच्छे ऑफर्स आने वाले हैं सुएज ट्रीटमेंट को लेके, तो आपके फाइल हाँ ये तो आपके लिए कुछ वही बोला ना, कल खुशखबरी देंगे। What I feel something negative about our degree, maybe everyone is not able to experience that friendship or connect. with the masses. Like the students who are doing the offline degree, who are continuing with their offline degree, they are not able to interact, and they don't even get the time to interact and make new friends over here. But IIT Madras BS degree is not merely this thing, it is much more than that. And to experience that, you need to participate in events, make some connections, make some good friends, and you never know when you meet them offline. The friendship deepens and you feel the real bond, which you might not experience online.
I'll actually tell you when I really felt this program was really is doing what it is doing. That was when I attended Paradox last time.
So one of the things we wanted and we were getting asked by students is, can we come to the campus? Can we come to the campus?
It was just a fun conversation where we said, we being an online degree, we are all going to have a fest offline. So that itself is a paradox. How can this happen?
We thought, why not try to do something where it is a lean period for the on-campus program and we can kind of manage them to be here for 2-3 days, which should provide better interaction amongst the various sections of students and also help showcase their ability.
When it actually happened, we could see that there were 2,000 plus students on campus and all of them were so enthusiastic.
And the other excitement for us was there was a small section of students who had completed one diploma. So it was like an achievement for us too, because we had crossed like one major milestone in the program.
What really came out was everybody in that group had chosen to do this program, which is unlike most college degrees. Most college degrees people choose because that's what they get based on their marks or based on their rank in an exam or something. Here that was not the case. Everybody had voluntarily chosen to do this, so that passion was emanating everywhere, and that really was an exciting thing to see.
Anyways, so the next performance I would like to call upon Utkarsh for a Latin dance.
This is Yuhi or Utkarsh, and I am a student at IIT Madras, and I'm 23 years old. I use they them pronouns, which can get a little bit hard to navigate, and probably, as you figured out by now, not anywhere on the straight spectrum of things. So yeah, I think that was like the most surprising thing. Andrew sir like knowing me by name, I was just like, am I a celebrity? And turns out I kind of was, because I mean I was wearing these earrings, so I was definitely standing out, true to my mission of standing out.
So as of now the program is very diverse.
The thing that really struck out to me was like, whenever I think I've ever had an encounter with an educational authoritative person, like basically a person who's an educator also in a position of authority, I have always sort of gotten invasive questions from them.
I think as we are getting more and more exposure with different types of people, we are accepting them more.
Because once a person is in like this position of authority, they think like they can literally ask you anything and it will be completely fine, or it's not uncomfortable at all.
I have personally not noticed anyone treating anyone else differently.
And because I have gotten those invasive questions, I was expecting them. So I had like this, like just ready, like journal in my head. Okay, if they ask this, I have to reply this. If they ask this, and I literally just had to throw that journal in the trash later on because no one asked any invasive questions.
I feel like that's a really great thing. It's not normally seen, and it's different, but it's really nice.
I do have ideas that I want to work on.
I actually asked, how do we deal with inequities relating to getting data from the LGBT community?
Like for example, I want to collect raw data about our community from all around India and see if there are places if there are conclusions that I can derive.
Most of us are closeted, or they don't want to actually actively participate in any sort of like forums or any sort of forms. Even I don't want to have some random third party company who's just compiling data, have data about my sexuality, my gender, such personal information. I don't want to give that away.
There are places where schools are very homophobic. Do they have sensitization about this topic?
So how do we actually go about including them as part of the data study, as well as maintaining that information as anonymous as possible? Like, we cannot track those people because the people who are handling the data, we don't know their intentions.
Can I assemble a group of people and send them over to schools to so that we can educate the people, make the people aware about our identity, about who we are.
I like the fact that everyone is forward thinking over here and that everyone's really accepting. I have met a lot of senior citizens who are part of this degree.
So I'm very proud and honored to be feeling and having and possessing the identity of being an IITian.
I have met people from the LGBTQ community. I have not had a chance to meet someone from EWD community, but I have always found that there is no way of treating them in any different manner. It's all been the same. And I'm really happy to see.
Is there scope for more diversity? I would say yes. There is definitely scope for more diversity because we would like more women in the program.
I am Anjali Kataria. I am about to complete my training for the post of Deputy Superintendent of Police in UP. I am also pursuing this degree in Data Science and Programming from IIT Madras.
So currently about 25 to 30% of the learners are female.
Being a police woman, being a part of this police service, I think that this is going to help me, enable me to get some skill set in the field of cyber security and cyber forensics, which I am planning to pick later on, and I am learning new skill sets in this direction.
So we would like for that to become 50%.
I think that women should join police service and armed forces, other forces like Navy and Air Force, Army in large numbers. At least they are not being represented. Their representation is very low in police or other armed forces. I think I will get a chance to serve in a gender neutral way if as I am about to join field training in police service. So this is one motivation why I wanted to join it.
Similarly, representation from rural India, if that can improve, that is another thing which we would really like, and people from government school background, so that is another thing which we would like. We would want at least 10% of our student population to be coming from government schools. So these are all targets which we want to achieve, and we keep working towards these diversity goals every day.
I'm not sure there is any such thing as the peak of the diversity. I mean, at the end of the day, that would probably involve, spreading much beyond India and going outside as well.
Hi, my name is Mishad Abdulaziz, and right now I'm working as a warranty administrator in Hyundai Bahrain. I was born in Bahrain and did most of my schooling over here. Yeah. How do I manage the course with the job? It's something that somehow I'm doing. I was really surprised to be able to meet so many new students and from people from diverse backgrounds, different age groups. There are people who are as old as my father and as young as my brother, sitting and writing the exam next to me.
But I think the fact that there is diversity is very clear, and I think that's something we are very happy about, right? That's fundamentally one of the things that we would like to see, right? We don't want it to be sort of exclusive in some way that it makes it difficult for others to join. So yeah, has it reached the peak of its diversity? I don't know. I don't even know what that exactly means, but I'm glad that it is showing diversity. So.
Hi Dipanjan and your friends. Hello to.
Hi.
My name and I am batchmate of Dipanjan bhai at IIT Madras.
देखो ये होता है introduction. I am Ronak and I'm also in this degree, but batchmate तो नहीं बोल सकते, मेरे फाउंडेशन में वो डिग्री. तो सीधा बात ये कि Arduino से अभी एक प्रॉपर PCB बोर्ड में माइग्रेट करना है हमको.
वहाँ से हमारे क्लाउड पे डेटा चला गया. जो मेन प्रॉब्लम है और जो आपको सॉल्व करना है वो है ये वाला, जो सेंसर या फिर जो हार्डवेयर है वहाँ से डेटा माइक्रो कंट्रोलर तक कैसा है. तो
हमारा सीन क्या है ना, हमारा माइक्रो कंट्रोलर और जो अलग अदर कंपोनेंट्स है वो एक ही मॉड्यूल में रहेगा. तो हमारा वो नहीं है, आप लोगों का जैसा सेंसर दूसरी जगह रहता है, कंट्रोलर दूसरी जगह रहता है, हमारा वो नहीं है, हमारा साथ में. तो वो दिक्कत नहीं है हमें दिक्कत हाँ, एक तो पीसीबी डिजाइन करवाना है, एक वो हो गया, और दूसरा ये है कि जो कंट्रोलर हमारा बन रहा है उससे डेटा हम सर्वर पे कैसे डालें. बेसिकली हाँ, he is right. Unless we are completely sure about the prototype, yeah, we should not go for, because we should be confident that 500 पीस बिकना भी चाहिए. Not that, we should make sure what we are imagining that is connecting to reality.
I'm 30 year old, मैं 30 साल का हूँ और मैं दिल्ली से ग्रेजुएट हूँ, नॉर्मल BSc PCM.
So ultimately the students are the ones who give us the confirmation that okay, we are doing something right. When we see students who are motivated, who are actually enthusiastic, they are passionate.
उसके बाद में फिर मैं कॉलेज ग्रेजुएशन के बाद में कुछ गवर्नमेंट जॉब की तैयारी करी, कुछ जगह सक्सेस नहीं हो पाया, फिर अनऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर में मैं जॉब करने लगा. अनऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर में जॉब करने के अधिकतर नुकसान ही होते हैं. देखो, कोई प्रॉपर छुट्टी नहीं होती, छुट्टी होती तो आपके पैसे कटते हैं. तो थोड़ा सा हाँ, मैं इसमें 30 का हूँ तो थोड़ा सा ट्रबल रहा है पास. कोरोना टाइम की बात थी, 2019, 2020, 2021. I lost my job at that time. So I was just searching on internet, Instagram. I was just learning coding from YouTube. तो मेरे एक अंकल हैं, मेरे ताऊ जी हैं, उन्होंने मुझे इस बारे में बताया. फिर मैंने YouTube पे देखा, इसको सर्च करा तो IIT मद्रास का प्रोमो था वहाँ पे. मैंने फिर अप्लाई करा. मुझे लगा कि ठीक है, अगर सब कुछ स्क्रैच से है, एक नई शुरुआत करना काफ़ी मुश्किल होता है. मैं जॉब चेंज करना चाहता था. मैं चाहता था कि मेरी एंट्री कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर में हो, थोड़ा स्किल बेस्ड कुछ जॉब मिले. लेकिन शुरुआत करना कहीं से आसान नहीं था. जब मैंने IIT का करिकुलम देखा, उसका प्रोमो देखा कि आप 12th किसी भी स्ट्रीम से होनी चाहिए. मैं लकीली BSc है मेरा, तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुई. और
এতটা এক্সপেক্ট করিনি যে এত বছর পরে এসে নতুন করে একটা কোর্স নতুন করে জানো বা একটা পরিস্থিতির থ্রু দিয়ে নতুন করে এক্সপিরিয়েন্স করবো পড়াশোনা। বিকজ আমাদের একটা মিসকনসেপশন আছে যে বয়স হয়ে গেলে পড়াশোনার এনার্জি চলে যায়, পড়াশোনা করতে চায় না, অন্যদিকে মন চলে যায়, এসব এটা প্রথমে ভুল কথা, কিন্তু সেটা যে কতটা ভুল সেটা আমি এখানে এসে বুঝতে পারছি, যদি নতুন করে পড়াশোনা শিখতে পারছি।
This is a very job-oriented program at the heart, isn't it? So, for the next decade or so, this area looks really hot, right? And maybe even going forward, who knows?
It was like I was in class 11 or 12, I think, like preparing for my HS or like something like that.
And as the area evolves, we will also evolve, right? If tomorrow some other subjects become very important, we will be adding those subjects to this program.
So it made me start over, and in a good way. All of that in a good way. All of that in an inspirational way.
So our goal is to, train a large number of students in relevant job areas, give them a good college education, and get them out and get them into jobs. That's the loop.
We knew, because we had done some kind of a survey in the industry. We knew that there is a need for people with some data science capability, and quite a large need was there. And today the need is being fulfilled only by a very select set of people who are coming out of. So it was clear that there is a need, and also it was clear that there is between a very high end, like a business consulting analyst kind of position, there is a space in the middle, right, for very large numbers of people to get placed.
We have a very active industry interaction cell. We are actively working on placements and internships. A lot of students who have qualified for internships. So we provide the support after they are at certain level in the program, and we have been able to place a lot of people through internships and even for full-time placement.
Placement talks में basically क्या होता है, कंपनी से वो आती हैं, वो बताती हैं कि हाँ कि हम आपके यहाँ से प्लेसमेंट उठाने वाले हैं, तो उसके लिए वो प्री प्लेसमेंट टॉक होती है, जिसमें हम लोग के पास में ईमेल आती है, कैलेंडर का लिंक आता है, गूगल मीट का लिंक आता है, हम लोग उसको टाइम पे ज्वाइन करते हैं। तो प्री प्लेसमेंट टॉक में क्या होता है कि जो कंपनी जो आ रही है रिक्रूटमेंट के लिए, उसके जनरली एचआर होते हैं, मैनेजर होते हैं, वो अपनी कंपनी के बारे में एक शॉर्ट इंट्रो देते हैं। जो जितने भी कैंडिडेट वहाँ पे ज्वाइन कर होते हैं, हम उनसे क्रॉस क्वेश्चंस पूछ सकते हैं। उसके बाद में वो हमें बताते हैं कि कैसे अप्लाई करना है, कहाँ अप्लाई करना है, वो हमें बताते हैं हमको क्या क्राइटेरिया चाहिए, उनकी क्या एक्सपेक्टेशंस हैं, एग्जाम किस टाइप का होगा, इंटरव्यू के क्या राउंड होंगे, वो मतलब एक हमें पूरा रिव्यू दे देते हैं। उसके बाद में ईमेल वगैरह होती है, उनको कांटेक्ट भी कर सकते हैं। तो एक आपका एक रिव्यू होता है, एक नॉलेज होती है।
It's the subject, and if there is an opportunity, I would like to avail it.
This is our main bread and butter, and so we'll keep adapting with that. I definitely see that happening. We are doing data science application development now. We may have to do one more subject which is very important for the future. We'll keep adding to that. That part will get added. IITM is thinking about a data science department. It's not at reality. There is a data science paper in GATE that people are thinking about. So the area itself will evolve to have master's programs and PhDs and all that. I mean, it's a very hot area.
For entrepreneurship, we are closely working with ECEL of IIT Madras to provide the required support.
Over the next few years, what the graduates of the program do, how they establish themselves out in society, will really be the litmus test for this program. I can say a lot of other things, but this is what matters.
Other degrees like this will be coming, that is a certainty. We will have one more program launched very soon, so from IIT Madras. I expect more IITs will also offer similar programs.
So what we are seeing initially is very good signs. When our students go out and work for companies, when they go out and work for our faculty in projects, we're getting very good vibes and positive signals back. There's no doubt about it. But we have to keep sustaining that. Students have to keep sustaining that.
What we would like to achieve is every student who completes class 12 should be aware that this program exists. This kind of an opportunity exists.
We have to have these big success stories like the BTech students have had over the past, and it will take time.
And we want to make sure that every kid who is completing class 12 knows that this is an opportunity available for them to learn from a premier institution like IIT Madras.
It's very difficult to say that tomorrow it's going to be as good as any other big, very well accomplished program, and that challenge is with us. We are willing to work hard. We are working hard on it, students also have to work hard to get there.
All along you must have heard and read so many articles in the newspapers, in magazines, in television shows about IIT Madras. You know that IIT Madras is NIRF ranking 1. But what I would like to say is that you are now IIT Madras, and therefore when we say IIT Madras is NIRF 1, you are NIRF 1. So, and I also would like to say this is not just a idle statement. In all these rankings, the student community is a very important part of any ranking, whether it is QS ranking, NIRF ranking, doesn't matter what ranking you see anywhere in the world for any set of institutions, educational institutions. The student community, what they are, how they are here, what they end up doing after they graduate, all of that data is a very important part of coming up with that ranking. So anytime you see an article, anything that praises IIT Madras, anything that criticizes IIT Madras, please remember you are part of it. You represent this institute wherever you go, and any article you read about IIT Madras is about you. And so anything that you do also reflects on the institute. So that's also something that is a responsibility that you carry with you wherever you go. You may visit us for 3 days, but you are part of us forever. Okay? So this is something.
गेट पे वहीं पे IIT का जो है सिग्नल लगा है, लोगो लगा है, तो वहीं पे पहले 4-5 शॉट हो गए कि हाँ सेल्फी लेनी है, फैमिली को भेजनी है कि आज IIT में आ गए। अंदर आए तो थोड़ा सा लगा कि यार कहाँ जाना है, ये नहीं पता कहाँ जाना है, पर गार्ड सर थे वहाँ पे, गार्ड थे, उनको मैंने दिखाया कि मुझे लगा कि क्या बोलेंगे, यहाँ पे तो IIT के बच्चे पढ़ते हैं, BS के नहीं पढ़ते। उन्होंने ID कार्ड देखा, यू आर स्टूडेंट, यस आई एम स्टूडेंट, आई एम IIT स्टूडेंट।
How was the feeling? ऐसा लगा कि okay, I'm an IITian.
उन्होंने ID कार्ड देखा, ओके यू आर स्टूडेंट, अरे मैं इंट्रोडक्शन दे रहा था, आई एम एक पार्टिसिपेंट इन मरगाली एंड ओके यू आर स्टूडेंट। वहाँ पे जाओ, बस है पकड़ो, जो हॉस्टल है जाओ।
Okay, so
गूज़बम्प्स आ गए,
वही मुझे भी आ रहा है, I can feel that. Last question, one word बोलो, how's the feel to be in campus and what do you have to say about this BSD?
What the feeling is campus? Ito bola, surreal.
Foreign তোমার পাশে এসেছে, see?
Yeah, surreal.
This is surreal.
This atmosphere, atmosphere is completely different.
Yeah, the vibe is
completely different. You feel okay, you are something.
Yes.
You are student of India's best college.
It's amazing. To be in the campus of a top technological institute in the country is a brilliant.
It's good. It actually brings back certain memories from my childhood because I grew up in one such campus. So it's a little bit nostalgic.
It feels really good that we can connect, we can came here, we can enjoy the whole campus. So it's very good.
And I also realized that this would be my only opportunity to learn from the country's best college. So yeah.
That was an amazing movie. I hope everyone enjoyed it. So yeah, that was amazing. Congrats to you guys, to all the crew member who worked hard to bring this movie to such a great success. So let's get into some interaction with the crew behind this movie. And yeah, to start with, Hello, Shashwat, the director of this movie. Can you please tell us about how you all got involved with Breaking Barriers?
Well, actually, first of all, thank you to everybody for watching, and I think it's a very good day for this screening because again today also IITM regained its throne of NIRF #1, so the ending scene is matching totally with mood. So yeah, like those who are watching, this idea actually came from Kodai ma'am only. So thanks to you, ma'am, because that was kind of all how we got the idea. And with the people I had actually worked with this crew before in another film called Bandipur Republic, which was also a student film. And we were wanting to do something. We wanted to make a film, but we didn't obviously realize it was going to take 1 year long. But yeah, it was a it was a very long journey, and it was a very interesting and learning process for all of us involved.
Thank you, Shashwat. And now to other crew members, can each one of you describe your role working on Breaking Barriers and talk about your greatest challenge and some biggest surprise while working on the movie? You can start on your own. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Ashwin.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, thank you for this opportunity. I see all our teachers here, Kuday ma'am, and all the student council here. Guys, thank you for this opportunity. As for my role in the film, I was a production manager along with Pranshu, who's here with us today. So as a production manager, what I basically did was I handled all the logistics, all the people who were involved in the film, and making sure the talent. Say, for example, Shashwat is a very talented individual when it comes to filmmaking. So just sort of directing it in the right way so that all of our talent that we have here at the BS program, at least with respect to the film that we have today, is kind of directed in the right direction. So that has been my role along with Pranshu here. As for the challenges, actually, honestly, the biggest challenge for us was to kind of represent the whole sort of student base here, right? Because here in this film, we have sort of represented like 4 or 5 students, the story of 4 or 5 students. But in reality, we have around 20,000 students here. And it's really hard to represent everybody's unique story in a way that it just to sort of generalize, their story. And that's the biggest challenge that we have so far, that I think the entire team in general, along with the sort of, experienced. And we even got mails from, so many students in our society mails telling, hey, we are from this corner of the country. Please come here, do a documentary with us as well. We travel for so long just to write exams. We are in a remote place of India, and we are getting this opportunity to do this degree thanks to IIT Madras. So this has been also, as much as it is a challenge, it's also been very eye-opening for us because it's such a it's such a unique program, to put it very simply. And I'm glad to be a part of all this. Thank you.
So the team members can continue introducing and speaking.
So hello, I am Pranshu Deswal. I was also one of the production managers with Ashwin. So it was a great experience. So one of the biggest challenges we faced was the scale of the project. It was insane. Like when I joined the team in November, these people have been working on since June, July, I guess. So when I joined the team, I didn't expect that it could be so huge, so many things to manage, so much stuff to do. So that was one of the biggest challenges for me. Plus, it was also my first experience in movie making and working in a society as well. So there were so many hurdles to cross, so many things I did, so many things I did not do. It was like, this was my biggest challenge and so many mistakes I made and all. That's all.
Shruti Datta. My role was here basically a writer for the film. But yeah, for the biggest challenge for the film, since we're making a documentary, would be to practically act as a writer, because when you actually write for a fictional film or something, you have a script or something, base off of it and direct other people, the cast members and everything, according to what you have in mind. And so I think making a story out of all the multiple stories, we have so much footage of so many people of the students and in the degree, we had to make a story out of it basically. So that was a very difficult thing to have the responsibility of perfectly, or at least as much as we were capable of, representing as much as we could, and present an authentic experience of what it's like to be in the BSDP as well. So yeah, that, and since all of us are like inexperienced in the film, the entire filmmaking experience as a whole, so I think making out a workflow that worked for all of us was a big challenge for everyone working on a film for the first time. So yeah.
Thank you, Shruti.
Hello everyone, this is Shusnigdhu. I worked as a creative consultant for this film. I was involved in the pre-production process and helping Shruti and Shashwat develop this story. In my opinion, the biggest challenge that we faced were none of us had professional filmmaking experience, and this was a film of such like this was a huge project for us, and we have never worked on it like a project like this before, especially a documentary which is very different from the things that I had some experience in filmmaking before, and Shashwat has as well. Well, Shashwat had more than me, but none of us it was related to something like a documentary. We had worked in fictional films, so shaping the story and like approaching it in a way that would be true to the story of all the students, that was the biggest challenge in my opinion. Thank you.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Anjali.
Yeah, I am Anjali Agrawal. I worked as a motion graphic editor, and what I experienced was something different from last projects we did. So in this project, we were applying so many things like graph scenes and a map scene as well, which was edited later, and many more things. So I learned a lot of things like how to create them, and the biggest challenge I experienced was not getting the things like I used to work with fiction things and not with the like documentary and like fictional animated scenes. So this one was quite different. Like I didn't know how to make those sounds and animation sync. So it was different experience for me.
Thank you, Anjali. Shashwat, is there anyone else?
Yeah, no, like we have
We
a
can.
like big crew, but like all
Okay,
of them
let's move
couldn't
on.
join. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, all of them couldn't join, unfortunately. So like there is another writer, Srimanti, who is also the PR head, and yeah, most of them already told what was the main challenge. It was because we also didn't imagine that it will take this long to make, and because we have more than 100 hours of footages for all the
Wow.
professors' interviews and everything. So it's more than actually 100 hours of footages, and we're making a kind of an archive kind of a thing with more than 50 documents and everything. So that that was the reason why it took so long to make this, and we tried to do like to keep the story, like to do justice to the story as much as it could be done. But again, to fit it in the 40-minute runtime was like the most challenging thing.
Okay, that was quite amazing, and I should say your editing was very crisp.
Thank you, ma'am.
And yeah, so from what I understand, I think it was quite challenging in the sense it might have been quite challenging with the rigor of this program and also making this movie. How did you balance your studies, personal life, and the movie making?
Balance. Like I don't think I balanced it. Like there was like
It's out of balance.
obviously, yeah, it was many times it was out of balance, but yeah, there was phases like during the exam time it was like a little bit less work, but when it was not exams, then we sacrificed on other things like going out and everything, kind of all those things. But yeah, but I think that we had developed one framework about as to how we'll be working and everything, and we were just so looking forward to finish this story and make this complete this film, because people were just asking at this point that what is happening to the movie, are you even doing it, because we contacted people on the month of August, September for interviewing them, and like for the students and everything. And we shot their parts in February because it took that time to do the pre-production and everything kind of a thing. So that's how. Yeah,
Video
so
on
like
mani
so like that's the whole kind of experience for me, and I'm sure like others also had. So like I would want the others to tell. Yeah.
So, what do you think of future movie making? Like, are you or any one of your team interested in making movies or taking it to the next step, if I could ask so?
Well, the thing is, like right now we are like in that cool down phase for a little bit. While at least me, I'm personally in that cool down phase, and yeah, like everybody is crazy about movies. Like those who worked in this film, in this core kind of thing, all of them are crazy about films. And if the opportunity arises, and if there is a if there is a story to tell, like which actually motivates us to spend sleepless nights, then definitely I think that we will be again coming back, all of us together, because the story was like that. The story kept us, just because, like as Sushnigdha also said, that we could not put a lot of these in the film, but those are like so like such fantastic stories which the world needs to hear. So we are also kind of planning to release the interviews of professors as well as the students, because like we shot 40 to 50 minute segment with each and every one. So that's what, like, for the film society lies. And for the film society in general, we are having all these in conversations with series and other things planned. So in conversations with series, what we happen is like we invite film industry professionals. So we have had guests like Adil Hussain and Bharadwaj Rangan and some Hollywood people too. So that's what like initially over there, and we'll be announcing our future projects soon too, after discussing and everything.
Okay. One important question. You're officially selected in the Student World Impact Film Festival, SWIFT 2023, the largest student film festival in the world, where films from 120 countries will be playing. Yeah. So IITM DS Film Society's first project goes international. Wow, that's exciting. How do you feel about that?
Like we like, first and foremost, like none of us believed when it actually happened. Like the result actually came out at 12 p.m. at night, and I was calling everybody like, please now come online, we have actually got selected. So they were not believing me, but then finally the mail came in and everything, so we were like, okay, this is happening actually. So everybody was very happy, and everybody was kind of very looking forward to it. So our film will be actually playing on the 20th of June, I think, under the Asian film section. And we are now registering and uploading the films and all of that kind of things.
Okay. Congratulations again to Shashwat and all the crew members behind this movie, and all the members who are part of the Film Society who made this a success. And I think let's keep the Q&A, let's take it to other members. Let's open the platform for questions from other members who are present in this meet. And finally, you can have a word with our beloved professors as well.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So anyone who have a question to ask, the crew members can raise your hand. Okay. I think they're awestruck by the movie. They have no questions to ask now. Maybe personally they'll ask you later. And
there are many faculty in the audience as well. Kodai, Rahul is there, Rajesh is there.
Professor Rajesh.
Rahul, Rajesh, do you have any questions for the crew?
Comments about?
Any comments you would like to
Yes,
make?
sir. We'd like to hear your opinions on the film.
Yes, sir.
You guys have been part of the film as well, so.
Yeah. Rajesh, you're there?
Yes, Andrew.
Yes, Rajesh. Any comments, questions from your side?
Good work, hard work overall. Definitely. And I hear that you guys are going for some competition as well. So best of luck for that. Keep it up. This is also a good outcome of the product. As part of the suggestion, we keep talking about academic stuff a lot, but you could have a little bit more detailing of academic stuff as well. You could have given little more space to do that. Maybe it would have become 45 minutes, but that's just a small comment on that. But overall, a great job.
Thank you so much, sir.
Don't know if Rahul is there. Rahul?
Yeah, very much here.
Yes.
Yes, as Kotai said, completely awestruck. Amazing documentary. Very good job, Shashwat and team. Very good job. In fact, I in preparation for this session, I watched the documentary beforehand. So I was amazed then. I was amazed now today. So very good, awesome, and keep it up. I don't know. Probably you have a career in filmmaking rather than data science. So be it. Very good. You will be equally good. I'm very confident of that.
Thank you so much, sir. It means a lot. Thank you.
I don't see any other faculty here on the Zoom call. Only Rahul and Rajesh. Thanks to both of you. From my side, I think it's
you have big names right behind you.
I'm sorry.
You have, Andrew, you have big names right behind you.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Vignesh is there. I thought that he'll go. Vignesh, you want to go first? Okay. So from my side, I've watched it twice already. Very, very well done. I quite enjoyed it. It was well edited. The composition was also like everybody mentioned. It's very challenging and it was very carefully done. Very nicely done. Brought out all the main elements of the program. I think that was it ticked all the boxes in some sense. But like Rajesh was saying, maybe in the future you want to delve deeper into one or two topics and dwell more on that as opposed to everything in one go. We've done the everything in one go piece now. I think the time is for doing more detail. But even here, a lot of good cinematic technique, a lot of good composition on the screen, the voice mixing with the audio and all that. And so one question I had generally for the director and the crew is any one shot which looks very obvious to us, but was such a pain for you to get exactly right. Any one shot in the movie?
The thing is that like it was not actually one shot, but it was more of like, since this film, the thing is that this film is having very less dynamic shots. Like there are no moving camera shots. So it was more on the editing challenge, that what clips can we select with the music so that it's not boring. So what we did for this film is that we like Shruti and me, we actually wrote one music script. So all those musics and everything was written in a script format so that all those clips will be fitting it. So that is the reason why, like we were trying to reduce the boredom factor a lot, because it's all static shot of just interviews. So that was one limitation.
Really yeah, very nice, very nicely done. That beat, that sort of hidden beat that you're talking about.
Yeah.
It came out very cleanly, very, very well done. In fact, some people who are not directly associated with the program, faculty members in other institutes wrote back. In fact, that one-liner response I got on WhatsApp was Oscar worthy. Right?
Wow, that's
very high praise. I think even director was extremely appreciative of this effort. I think it's amazing to see this effort. Like all of you said, it's great effort. Let me turn it over to Vignesh.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, I think it's just phenomenal that you have captured the essence of the program in this 40 minutes. And what's amazing is you said 100 hours of videos being edited to 40 minutes. I can't imagine how big a nightmare that would have been. But yeah, we would love to see a lot more of the interviews and a lot more of the student stories. Because this being a program where students are spread across the country, we don't get to hear all the stories. Although we do hear a few. Knowing more and more of these stories actually helps us also stay motivated, and it helps us to work towards bettering the program in various ways. So we'll be very happy to listen to more of these stories. So please do share some of the footages which you think would be interesting for us to know. We'll be happy to take a look of the uncut version, maybe not the editor uncut version, a director's cut, maybe not.
So like this, the original version of this one was 4 hours long. So that was the original cut. So it was a 4 hours long film, and then that was reduced. So we are planning to actually release these interviews in the form of a series, like individual professor students. So that's how it'll be going. So it was a
Let's also have a reaction from the most important person of the program.
Hi. So
Hi, ma'am.
good evening, and yeah, it was a great thing. We saw your other version where you had certain parts which were not there now.
Yeah.
I think even then we really enjoyed. We didn't even realize 45 minutes passing by, I think. So the cuts are very sleek. The way you move across and actually give those one-line comments from so many different people, right? I think that was nice. And that one student who said, the security let me in with the ID card, I think that was a clincher for us to say that was really a nice ending to, how the program should be and what students associate with IIT Madras and how they want to be, kind of belonging to this place. I think that came out very beautifully in that particular, that few seconds of capture that you did. So, yeah, I would really like to see the, longer versions of, especially all the faculty interactions, the student interactions.
Director's cut.
Yeah. So if y'all can put that out for us, regular intervals to keep the interest going as you'll have time. Of course, taking care of your quizzes, academics, and everything else, and then doing this also. But it'll be nice to see that part, and hope you expand on this much more. You collect more footage over the next 1 year because there are more aspects of the program that you can capture. Also, it's a very nice, very well made movie. In fact, I think the movie is more charismatic than the program itself in the way. So thanks for that. I think it was a brilliant effort. Thank you all for your effort and time in getting this done.
Yeah, thanks. I think thanks is the biggest emotion right now in this room, at least. I think thanks to all of you for this great effort. Fantastic.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's been an equal amount of pleasure for us to work with you guys on this, teachers. I mean, this has been a very big project for us. The fact that we are actually here right now being with a completed film is honestly kind of surreal for all of the team here. So thank you guys actually, because this has been a very wonderful journey for us.
Great. I wish you guys all the best for all these competitions. I hope you win many more laurels. Great.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, professors, for your time, and thank you, ma'am. And thank you one and all for watching this movie or being part of this watch party of this short film. Thank you, Shashwat and team. We wish you we wish you success in your future endeavors as well, especially the competition.
Thank you. Thank you everyone. Thank you
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye. Thank you.